200 million on strike in India, Communist Party leaders detained.
Here's a summary of the article.
Trade union activists in Mumbai demonstrate, march, and wave Communist Party flags on the first day of a two-day general strike. App. Communist Party of India leaders from West Bengal, Sujan Chakraborty and Anidhi Sahu, were detained by police during India's largest ever national strike today. They were arrested in Kolkata as an estimated 200 million took part in the first day of 2 days of action across India involving at least 10 trade unions. CITU General Secretary Tapan Sen said the unprecedented expanse and the active participation of the workers in the 2 days strike is a clear indication of the extent of anger and resentment of the workers against the neoliberal policies and the attacks on their working and living conditions perpetrated by these policies. The strike action was called in protest at the anti-worker and anti-people policies of the Modi government, including increased prices, privatization of state assets, and amendments to labor laws which trade unions warned were designed to impose conditions of slavery on working people. Authorities responded by making large-scale arrests of those on strike, including leading members of the Communist Party of India in West Bengal. Sen said, "This strike is a clear warning from the working class and toiling people of India that they were not going to take lying down the attacks on their basic rights and living conditions."
This post received a score of 5,666, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Wow, 200 m. That's a huge protest, more people than in most countries.
Can you imagine the poor journalist who had to count all 200 meters of them to verify authenticity?
Nonsense, you'd use satellite imagery and statistics to count them at that point.
You might need a satellite to spot the sarcasm, lol.
We don't have satellites for that yet.
Does any of you have any idea on what grounds they were on? Article says chuff all.
India has great labor laws, but needs to actually enforce them. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the IAS is interested in that.
They have many good laws that aren't implemented.
Quite true. This lack of enforcement also negatively impacts investor sentiment, as it creates considerable unpredictability.
Am I the only one that's seriously doubting that number? India has a labour force of 521.9 million. If 200 million went on a strike, the country would be in absolute chaos.
The number includes people who missed work due to transportation being shut down. They didn't all strike, nor are all communists. Internet revenue is driven by headlines generating clicks. Remember. Yeah, that number is absolutely ridiculous, and I can't believe that they wouldn't try to explain that number in the article.
Nothing to lose but the chains.
Recently, due to lower wages and lower conditions tolerated by the government, sweatshops have been moving to India. There is a communist area in India known as Kerala which has semi-detached itself from the government and has become a really good hotspot for tourists. It managed to provide free healthcare, education, decent infrastructure and eliminated corruption. Across India there's been a huge Maoist movement. There's been several raids in India where alleged Maoists, including women and children villagers, have been shot and killed indiscriminately, and the communist parties affiliated with Maoists have routinely been detained, prosecuted, beaten and killed for arbitrary reasons. I think about 2,000 people have been killed in 2017 for being alleged Maoists.
Healthcare is free in government hospitals all over India, not just Kerala, if you are below the threshold income. Even otherwise, the cost of healthcare is dirt cheap. OPD charges are as low as 10 rupees. Source: did my MBBS in a government institute. And as far as this strike is concerned, it was business as usual in Mumbai. Literally zero fucks given.
I like how he paints Kerala like some utopia or Shangri-La. Doesn't mention that there are no jobs in that state, nor that they haven't been able to pay KSRTC employees for months.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by SMMRY.com, without any human intervention.